A very good happy Thursday morning to everyone out there across the Wobbles community and beyond. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather or not forecast courtesy of On Target. Getting a look out here, folks, we've got a cold front that is approaching out of the north and west early this morning. You will note some scattered reflectivity associated with this that is falling in the form of a wintry mix as we speak, along with some robust snow showers. This is going to be trucking off down to the south and east here as we work throughout the day. Luckily for us, we've got dry lower layers of the atmosphere. Folks, we might have to dodge a few snowflakes or a bit of a wintry mix or a stray rain shower or two. But the real weather story today is going to be an uptick in cloud cover here as we progress throughout the mid-morning hours. And that's going to be coming along with very strong northwesterly winds. That's going to be giving us quite the chill in the air throughout the entirety of today, all right? So let's get a look here across the region, shall we, and get things kicked off. We'll look over if I can get it to cooperate, the Reed Dossier Skycam overlooking Brownsville. You can see very far back there on the horizon, folks, we've got the cloud deck that is approaching right there from the west. You can catch it right there on the horizon as you're looking there off in the distance. That is a testament to the cloud cover that is working in here. Beech Tree News Skycam up in Morgantown is showcasing this as well, folks. Look there on the right side of the screen, facing in a due northwest direction where we were just looking at that cold front dropping in from. We have got a thick cloud deck that is going to be infiltrating the region here as we progress throughout this morning. Temperatures have fallen throughout the overnight, folks, and long story short, they're really not going to be budging much at all today. We might climb up to right around the 40 to 45 degree mark, but pretty much, folks, temperatures are going to remain somewhat constant. We got the cold front that's going to be blasting through here. We could be dealing with northwest winds of 25 to 35 miles an hour at times, all right? Combine that with the freezing cold temperatures, not literally freezing, we're going to be well above freezing. But with this chilly Arctic air that is infiltrating the region, combine that with those strong northwesterly winds, folks, and wind chills for many of us, dare I say it, could possibly not be getting out of the 20s as we work throughout the entirety of today, all right? Here's a little bit better view of the surface map. You can see the cold front's going to be blasting through here, and that's associated with this monster upper level low that has simply been overstaying its welcome pinwheeling over the Great Lakes region. As this surface low pressure system pivots down to the south and east, we're going to get another round late this afternoon into this evening of the possibility of a wintry mix or even a few snow showers or rain showers. But again, with temperatures remaining above freezing, we're not expecting any sort of sensible weather impacts on the roadways. Let's jump over here and let's break down the short-term model guidance first and foremost to give you what we are expecting. Here comes the initial round with a cold front this morning, and you can see here, folks, by mid-morning on into lunchtime, you might catch a stray snow shower, okay? Some furiously flying flurries out there, maybe a stray sprinkler or two, but it's really nothing to worry about. Again, our primary concern is going to be the reinforcing jolt of those northwesterly winds, keeping it absolutely frigid and blustery in the great outdoors. We work past this morning, we get a reprieve this afternoon, and then as we roll into late afternoon and then this evening, here comes the next go-around. A much more robust shortwave is going to be diving down southeast through the region. You can see here, folks, again, you might get in on a stray snow shower here. We could have some snow bursts shortly after sunset between the 7 and 10 p.m. time frame tonight. Perhaps a stray rain shower or two. Over here in northern and eastern Kentucky is where the better parameters are going to be aligned for any sort of accumulation to reach to the ground. So anyone going or traveling up in this direction, especially late this afternoon into this evening, be aware of the low visibility and the potential for some moderate snow showers that could be falling over there. Definitely expecting more impacts in northern and eastern Kentucky than what we are here across the Wobbles community, all right? In tandem with the snow, folks, and an uptick in cloud cover, those winds, 25 to 35 miles an hour, is going to be bringing the chill to the air. Take a look at the wind chills here as we work throughout the day, all right? Here we were looking at 6 a.m., and we were just looking at the mesonet with temperatures in the mid and upper 30s. Wind chills are all the way down near the freezing mark this morning. Got the kiddos heading out to the bus stop, layer them up. They're going to need it after school as well. But folks, take a look. As we work throughout the day, those wind chills just slowly but steadily fall. We're going to be trapped at somewhere between the mid and upper 20s in regards to wind chills pretty much throughout the entirety of today. As we work into our Friday, we're not expecting any form of precipitation, but we could have some cloud cover that's going to hang around. Look at the wind chills throughout Friday, folks. It's going to be somewhat warmer, but it's still going to be absolutely cold in the great outdoors. Winds won't be as strong, but they'll still be on the magnitude of 15 to 25 miles an hour. That's going to keep our wind chills between the low and mid 30s for tomorrow. So mid and upper 20s today, mid and upper 30s tomorrow in the wind chill department. Now let's fast forward and let's talk about the weekend, but more importantly, what appears to be a very active Thanksgiving week that is set to follow, okay? So as we work throughout the weekend, you can see high pressure located to our south, clockwise flow, going to be bringing in southwesterly winds. This is going to result in a slow, albeit steady warm-up throughout the entirety of the weekend with more sunshine coming back into the picture. Don't get too comfortable though. As we work into Monday, the start of Thanksgiving week, we've got this low pressure system here and an associated cold front extending down to the south and west. We are looking at likely rain showers and a few rumbles of thunder that'll be with us throughout the entirety of the Monday time frame. We look to catch a brief reprieve in the Tuesday time frame with high pressure nosing in here from the west. And then, folks, keep your eyes over here on this evolving, deepening Colorado low located right here on the front range of the Rocky Mountains. That thing is going to develop and spin up and deepen. And as it does so, this is where the setup is going to be as we progress into the mid-morning on into the lunchtime hour on Thanksgiving Day. And boy, what a complicated forecast this looks to be. Folks, if we're wanting winter weather here in our location, we love to see the development of that low right on the east side of Colorado, like what we were just watching. And then it dives all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico and then crawls up the spine of the Appalachian Mountains. This has the potential to do that, but right now model guidance is keeping the low well north of where it needs to be to bring us any sort of significant winter weather. With that being said, we're going to have deep available moisture streaming in here out of the Gulf of Mexico. Warm front's going to lift north over the region initially early on Thanksgiving Day. That'll be followed by the cold front. As of this writing, and folks, we are still a week out, so this will change. That's a promise. We could be getting in on some strong storm concerns here. So we're going to be keeping very, very close eyes on this very complex and complicated weather maker, as it could be bringing a very active round of concerning weather to us right around the Thanksgiving holiday on into Black Friday. On the backside of this weather maker, if it stays where it's at right now, all eyes will be with that cold conveyor belt. Right here on the backside of the low as we work into our Black Friday and the Saturday that'll follow. Wraparound moisture on the north and west side of the low, folks. This is where we capture the heaviest winter weather, okay? So if this low was to become displaced some 200-300 miles down here near the spine of the Appalachian Mountains, that's going to change the location of where the heaviest winter precipitation would be over our vicinity. So long story short, the entirety of the Weather Night team is going to be keeping very close eyes on this weather maker, as it will be bringing a complicated forecast throughout the Thanksgiving holiday and then the weekend to follow. Following that weather maker, folks, we get a jolt of colder air that's going to be working in here out of the north and west, and it's going to be attempting to set up shop here with another weather maker following during the Monday time frame after the Thanksgiving holiday with more chances of winter weather. So long story short, an extraordinarily active pattern is in place for us for the foreseeable future. Getting a look at the next 8 to 14 days, combination of below average temperatures, what we're seeing here, and above average precipitation. Folks, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to put those two tandems together. We could be getting in on some early possibilities of some snow chances here as we progress in the 8 to 14 day time frame and what we're currently experiencing. All right, taking a look here at where the Most impactful winter weather is going to be located, it looks to be mitigated to northern and eastern Kentucky. They do have a winter weather advisory that is out that does not include the Louisville Metro. It's just northeast of there, beginning in Oldham County, stretching down to the south and east towards Somerset and London, where they're expecting a dusting up to a couple of inches of snow, particularly this afternoon into the overnight. Folks, it's not likely we're going to see anything at all here, but you can't rule out some of the elevated surfaces that will be at colder temperatures. You might have a sparse dusting on your cars, on the decks, on the grill out back, or on your roofs, or things of that nature, all right? With the very active pattern that's going to be following next week, we have anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of total precipitation. And folks, all this is going to be falling next week. We get the first weather maker in here on Monday, then the next one follows Wednesday all the way through the end of Black Friday, with the possible dosing of a little bit of snow to come along with that, all right? Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. Rays of sunshine this morning, folks, but you're going to quickly notice an uptick in the cloud cover. Might have to dodge a sparse, stray, flying snow flurries or a wintry mix here or there. Outside of that, extremely cold and blustery. Wind chills in the 20s throughout. Friday, it's going to be cloudy and cold still. Saturday into Sunday, we get a nice warming trend that takes over. Sunday afternoon, lower 60s. It will be breezy out there at times, but it should be very nice in the great outdoors. Passing cold front on Monday keeps highs in the mid-60s, and they're right back down to the 50-degree mark as we roll on into the Tuesday time frame. Folks, that'll wrap up your Thursday morning Baby Friday edition of your Weather or Not forecast, brought to you by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a fantastic next to 5.